Welcome to another video. In this video, I'm gonna give y'all all of my pre-calibrated picture settings. Alright, my pre-calibrated picture settings. Now, I know y'all been waiting on this settings video for a while. I actually made a 3.5 hour long video but with settings, because I didn't only want to give y'all my settings, but I wanted to show you how I got those settings. Alright, because there's a lot of people in the comment section that don't have this M8. You know, they might have the M7, or they might have the P Series, or they might have the P Series Quantum X. So I actually took the time out to make a 3.5. I didn't even know the video was going to be that long, but I was not only showing you my settings, but how I got to those settings, so you would know what I go through to get the picture settings. So no matter what TV you have, you could use the same methodology, all right, to get the results. But that video ended up being too long, so I actually didn't put that video out. All right, but what I'm gonna do, if you got this Vizio M Series M8 2019 version, all right, I'm gonna do you a solid in this video. All right, because I'm going to give you all of my settings in this video. Every settings for every input that I use. And I'm going to show you what I use them on, when I use them. All right. And for everybody else that's got the P Series Quantum X, or you got the M7, or you got any other TV that you're asking about settings about, I am going to start releasing those videos. Well, I took that 3.5 hour long video and I broke it down. I'm breaking it down into several videos. That way you can see how I set the TV up, and you can start setting your own TVs up. All right. If you go out there and buy a new 2020 Vizio, you'll know what to do when you buy it. You'll know what to look for. You'll know what to test for. You'll know if you got a good panel, and you'll know how to maximize that TV to get the best viewing experience out of it. All right. But for the purposes of this video, all right, what you're looking at is a SDR to HDR demo. All right, this is just a demo off YouTube. All right, basically what this video is showing is, here's an SDR image. All right, and if you get an HDR TV, you're supposed to get better contrast, right? That's what HDR is: dynamic range and wide color gamut. All right, so I'm gonna let this play a little bit so you can see what you're supposed to get with HDR. All right, it's just like looking through a window. All right, big difference in what you see on the outside of that box right there. And you're gonna see with my settings, I spent hours and hours, days putting these settings together, man. I got settings that make stuff that's not even in HDR. It makes SDR. It gives it that little extra pop, that little extra clarity. All right. So I just wanted to show a little bit of this demo, showing you what you're supposed to get when you're doing HDR, and you get HDR and you get your TV set up properly. All right. Now, first things first. If you are using an Xbox or a PS4, or you got your Blu-ray player plugged up, make sure you got a 2.0 HDMI cable. All right. I know some of y'all already know that, but for all of y'all that don't know, you bought the TV, you just plugged in you just switched your HDMI cable from your other TV to this one, or you got your first 4K TV and you just plugged in. Make sure you get a 2.0 HDMI cable. If you're hooking up a PS4 Pro, or you're hooking up an Xbox One X, all right? If you got a 4K Fire Stick, you're good to go, all right? I don't use the 4K Fire Stick. I use SmartCast, all right? I did a 4K Fire Stick video, settings video for 4K Fire Stick, because it was requested, but I do not use a 4K Fire Stick on this TV, all right? I went over how the 4K Fire Stick, you can set a setting in there to adjust the frame rate. If you didn't see my 60 hertz versus 120 hertz video, link will be in the description. But on that Fire Stick, there's a setting where you can adjust the frame rate. So when you're watching film, you're watching 24 FPS content, all right, the Fire Stick will switch the frame rate for you. Now your Xbox won't do that, your PS4 Pro won't do that. But if you use SmartCast, all right, the Vizio TV already does that natively in the TV. All right, it does it on its own. And when I'm using, or if I'm watching film, I use film mode. And I'm going to get into all that. But I just wanted to clarify that for everybody that saw my last video, 60 hertz versus 120 hertz, that the Vizio TV will match the frame rate for you if you use SmartCast. All right, if you use the internal apps that's already in SmartCast. So that's another win for the Vizio. Vizio's already thinking ahead with these things, where you got streaming devices now adding that to their streaming devices so you get better motion. The Vizio TV does that natively already for you. And SmartCast has all of the streaming services, like the mainstream ones that I use, whether it's Amazon Prime, Netflix, Disney Plus, and HBO Max is on its way to SmartCast. So everything that you need to see, man, Hulu or whatever, it's already in the TV, man. You ain't got to go out there and buy an extra device to plug into it. It's already in the TV, ready to go. All right. Now let's get into these settings. All right. So first things first, if you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Everybody's been rocking with me from day one. Y'all already know this information, but I'm going to go over it again for everybody that's new here. All right. A lot of people in the comment section telling me they just ordered this TV, they just got this TV or whatever like that. I did a basic setup settings video, just a quick basic setup to get you started, but I'm going to go over that stuff briefly again. All right. So if you just got this TV, you plugged it up, let it run through its updates once you get it going. All right. Once you get it going, first thing you need to do is go down to system settings. All right. Go to your system settings and change this power mode from eco to quick start. All right. By default, it'll be on eco to save power, to save you money on your light bill or whatever. But the TV doesn't use that much power to begin with. And then when it's on eco mode, you're not getting the high peak brightness that the TV can push out. The TV's not functioning at its highest capacity, so you can really see what the TV can do. All right. Some of y'all got this TV and y'all still got it in third gear, right? Y'all haven't seen what the TV can do. I push the TV to its limits. All right. So make sure you change this power mode to quick start. That's first. Next, go ahead and change all of your input settings. All right. Go on these input settings and change it to full UHD color. Make sure you turn that on. All right. If this is not on, you're not getting the wide color gamut. All right. You're not getting the full capacity of what the TV could do. All right. HDR is about dynamic range. All right. Contrast and wide color gamut. Turn this full UHD color to on so you can get the full quality of what the TV can do. I mean, that's what you bought it for. All right. Just like that demo at the beginning, you bought it to get that effect. You want to see HDR. So make sure that you got the TV set up so you can see these things. All right. The Vizio comes with 6 preset picture modes. All right. 6. You got standard, calibrated, calibrated dark, vivid, game, and computer. All right. Now I have 6 custom settings that I'm going to give you in this video. So by the end of this video, you're going to have 12 picture settings. All right. 12 picture settings that you can go in and you can flip through them as you please and find what you like. All right. I spent days on these settings. You can use these, but you can also use these. So now you got a brand new TV with 12 picture settings. All right. So you got the default settings that the Vizio gave you, and now you have 6 customized settings to go along with it. For all of y'all out there that are unfamiliar with how to set up your TV or set up your picture settings. All right. And we're going to go through all of them. Now, I cut the cord a long time ago. A lot of people in the comment section telling me about how it upscales cable TV. I do not have cable, all right? I do watch Pluto, and Pluto looks great. Upscaling looks great to me. I can't speak for cable because I don't have cable. So everybody with the questions about how to get it to look better on cable, only thing I could give you these are my Pluto settings. All right, so my 6 customized settings is Pluto TV, HDR10, Pluto TV Warm, Dolby Vision, PS4 Pro, and Xbox One X. Alright, so let's get into it. HDR10, alright, backlight on 100, brightness on 45, contrast on 50, color on 60, tint on 0, sharpness is on 12. Alright, go to more picture, color temperatures on computer, black detail on medium, active full array on high, clear action is on. Alright, reduce noise, both of those are off. That's only for low quality content. Alright, so both of those are off. Game latency is off. Film mode is on. Alright, film mode. When film content is detected, picture is optimized when film mode is on. Alright, it says if artifacts are visible, change the setting to off. I don't see any artifacts on this TV. Alright, but film is 24 FPS. Alright, so you turn this film mode to on, it's going to help with your motion. Alright, I keep my film mode set to on at all times unless I'm gaming. Alright, color space is on auto, gamma is 2.4. Alright, let's go through it. That's the HDR10 setting. Alright, now once you get this set, right, because I didn't do this in the other video, but once you get all the settings set, you go down here to picture mode edit, you click on that, right? Once you go in there, it'll give you the option to save the picture mode. So once you save that picture mode, right, you go ahead and name it, and then once you name it, you lock that picture mode and you create a pin. But once you lock that picture mode, anytime you play HDR10 content, it will automatically switch for you. Alright, once you're watching Dolby Vision, if you're on Dolby Vision, once you lock the Dolby Vision in, alright, save the picture mode, call it Dolby Vision, and lock the picture mode in, anytime you play Dolby Vision content, it'll automatically switch for you. Alright, so a lot of people ask me how you save the picture modes. I didn't go over that in the past videos. That's how you do it. So once you get all your settings set, go to picture mode edit, save picture mode, you name it, alright, save it, and lock the picture mode and create a pin. Alright, so you won't be able to change those settings unless you put that pin in. So make sure it's something easy. Alright, so that's how you lock the picture mode. But those are my HDR10 settings. Now, I use HDR10, this HDR10 setting, obviously, of course, if I'm watching something in HDR10. Alright, HDR10, HDR10 Plus, I use these settings. Gaming, and even though I got PS4 Pro setting, and I got an Xbox One X setting, there are games on the Xbox One X that aren't HDR, right? That's when I just use the regular PS4 Pro setting. Alright, that's when I use the regular Xbox One X settings. But HDR games, I use my HDR10 settings. But you'll be able to switch between settings and see which ones you like. Because sometimes I switch back and forth. But the HDR10 setting is my go-to setting. I use it more than anything else. Because Dolby Vision is just Dolby Vision. Alright, but HDR10, that's your games. Alright. That's a lot of the content that you see as far as like movies. It might just be HDR10 and HDR10 Plus, which is Amazon Prime. Most of the, well, all of the UHD content on there that's HDR on Prime is HDR10 Plus, and it looks great. So that's when I use HDR10 for HDR10 movies, HDR10 shows, HDR10 gaming. Alright, that's when I use my HDR10 setting. let's go to the next one. All right, HDR10. Let's go to the Dolby Vision. I'll give you all my Dolby Vision settings. All right, and you'll see how it just brightened up everything. Dolby Vision, whenever you're watching something in Dolby Vision, it tends to darken it down. All right, it's like a darker color grade. It's like a different technique that they use when they're grading. All right, HDR10 tends to brighten things up, so I actually had to tone it down some to create my setting, and Dolby Vision kind of darkens things down, so I have to kind of brighten it up. So that's why it got brighter. But we're not watching Dolby Vision right now, but I'm just gonna get right into the settings. All right, so Dolby Vision. All right, backlight on 100, brightness at 47, contrast at 57, color on 60, tint at 0, sharpness is on 30. Actually, sharpness needs to be on 12 from my viewing. I just hadn't changed this one yet, but I did another little video showing y'all how to get the perfect sharpness. All right, my sharpness is 12. I got the 55-inch. Some of y'all might have the 65-inch, but I'll go ahead and plug how I got my sharpness in this video. I guess I'll go ahead and play it now. All right. All right. Dealing with sharpness. Now, the camera's gonna move a little bit because I'm holding it because I had to get close to the screen. All right. But when you're doing your sharpness, all right. Let me go down here to sharpness. Let me back up a little bit. Put it in focus. All right, sharpness. All right. Now, this is the way that I do sharpness because I recently mounted the TV, so my seating distance is different, so I had to change my sharpness settings. All right. But this is how you want to deal with sharpness. Now, the thing I like about this Vizio right here, a lot of TVs, when it comes to their settings, it'll go like from 1 to 10. So that means that the setting is changing in 10% increments. All right. So if your sharpness setting goes from 1 to 10, you got 1, 2, 3, all the way through 10. It's moving in 10%. The cool thing about the Vizio, all right, let me pull it back up. Sorry. Go down here to sharpness. It goes 1 all the way through 100. So you can make fine detailed changes, all right? Fine changes. 1% increments. 1% increments, all right? So when it comes to sharpness, because it's not going to be the same for everybody, depends on if you got a 65-inch, you got the 55-inch, and the distance you're sitting from the TV. Now, what you don't want, which I got this on 0, right? You don't want your image to be too soft, all right? So if your image is too soft, let me try to focus in on something for y'all, like some lettering. If the image is too soft, right? Let's see if I can get focused. Image is too soft, around those edges, you know, it'll look a little blurry, all right? So you want to start increasing your sharpness. Now, as I'm increasing the sharpness, those edges are going to start to get sharper. Once those edges get sharp to the point to where you're starting to see jagged lines instead of a straight line on those lines, then it's too sharp. So what you want to do is find a median in between the jaggeds, where the jaggeds go away. As soon as those jaggeds go away, that the sharpness is set, all right? You don't want it too soft, but you want to go up to when it just starts to show you all those little jagged edges. That means it's too sharp, all right? And when you can see a straight line without jaggies, then you're set. And for me, I keep mine set on, for right now, on 12, all right? That's where I'm at. But that's what you want to do, because you can make 1% increments in sharpness, all right? So that's how I do my sharpness. All right, let me go get the camera back set up. So that's how you come up with your sharpness. And I got stuff like that. That big 3.5 hour long video, it's all about stuff like that, of how you get the perfect picture out of these TVs. All right, I broke all that stuff down. That video just ended up being too long, so that's why I turned it into a series. All right, but sharpness for me is 12. All right. Let's keep it moving. Color temperature's on cool. black details on low, active full array on high, clear action is on, game latency is off, film mode is on, color space auto, gamma 1.8. All right, 1.8. Because like I said, Dolby Vision is gonna darken the image. So I up the gamma. It just looks good to me. I've tried it all different kind of ways, went through it several times, and this right here is the best I've come up with for Dolby Vision. All right, so y'all let me know in the comments how y'all like that when y'all on Netflix and y'all watching stuff in Dolby Vision. All right, next, let's get into my gaming settings. First, PS4 Pro. These have not changed since I first did them, because they just, if y'all didn't see my PS4 Pro settings video, man, those settings are like, they bomb, dude. You know what I mean? I have not needed to change these, but let's get into it. PS4 Pro, I got backlight on 70, brightness on 47, contrast 55, color 65, tint on 0, sharpness is on 30. Like I said, that's how I had it a while ago, but my sharpness is on 12, and I showed y'all how I got my sharpness. All right, I used to have this TV on a table, now I got it mounted up, but sharpness on 12 for me, but you set your own sharpness. All right, let's go to more picture. Color temperature is normal, black detail on low, active full array on medium, clear action is on, game low latency is on, color space on auto, and gamma is 2.4. All right, but you see how I switched to my different settings, like PS4 Pro and game low latency is already turned on. So even though the new TVs are coming out, they're gonna have auto game low latency. When I turn on my PS4 Pro, because I got this setting locked in, right, it automatically switches to the PS4 Pro, and my game low latency is already set to on. So that's auto game low latency. All right, you set it that way, you lock the picture mode, it'll stay that way. All right, simple, nothing to it. All right, that's my PS4 Pro picture setting. Next, let's get to the Xbox One X. All right, Xbox One X picture setting, backlight 100, brightness 45, contrast on 57, color at 60, tint 0. Again, sharpness is set to 30 because that's what it used to be, but my preferred sharpness on this 55-inch is 12, and you already seen how I came up with that. All right, let's keep it moving. More picture. Color temperature is cool, black detail on low, active full array on high, clear action is on, game low latency is on, color space auto, gamma 2.4. All right, those are my Xbox One X settings that I use when I'm gaming. All right, if I'm playing a game and it's HDR10, I'll switch to the HDR10 setting, or I might even use the Xbox setting. I'll switch back and forth. You just look at whatever looks best to you. All right, let's go back and we'll go in more detail about gaming, because unlike the movies, right? When you're looking at movies, when you're looking at HDR10, HDR10 plus, you're looking at Dolby Vision, there's no need to make any changes, right? You just switch it to the setting and go with it. But in gaming, I'm going to come back to the gaming settings, because I also want to show you how I got my Xbox set up. It's more than just the TV when it comes to the gaming. You got to have your Xbox set up a certain way. All right, PS4 Pro, I've already done it. Go back and watch that video. Like I said, it hasn't changed, but I will show y'all how I have the Xbox One X settings set up on the Xbox, because they go hand in hand. It's not just the TV. All right, and I'll give you an example with the game. Let's go back. Now this is for my TV watchers. All right, Pluto TV, boom. This is how I have my settings set up when I'm watching Pluto. And for all y'all out there that got cable, y'all let me know how this works out for y'all. I don't have cable. All right, I got about 200 megabyte per second internet because it just means more to me to have fire internet. All right, so I got a lot of good internet, but I do not have cable. But for those of y'all that got cable, this is what I would probably recommend. These are my settings that I use for watching cable-like content. All right, so this is, I call this one Pluto TV. Backlight 75, brightness on 50, contrast on 45, color at 60, tint on 0. I got the sharpness at 15. All right, and I'll leave it that way because the sharpness is different on Pluto because a lot of the content on there is 720p and 1080p. Looks good, but I would leave my sharpness on 15 for Pluto TV. Alright, go to more picture, color temperatures on cool, black detail on medium, active full array on medium, clear action is on, reduce noise, I have these both set to high. And it's only going to kick in if there's some low quality content playing. Alright, but I got both of them set to high on the Pluto TV setting. Alright, game latency is off, film mode is on, color space is auto, and gamma is 2.2. Alright, last one, Pluto TV Warm. Alright, so this is kind of like a cooler kind of setting a little bit, and this is a warmer setting if you like that warm tone. Alright, this is Pluto TV Warm. So picture mode, Pluto TV Warm, backlight 75, brightness at 48, contrast at 47, color at 60, tint at 0, sharpness at 15. Go to more picture, color temperature is normal, black detail on medium, active full array on medium, clear action is on. Alright, reduce noise, both of those are set to high, game latency is off, film mode is on, color space auto, and gamma is 2.2. Alright, 2.2. So now, after you set each of these settings, make sure you go to picture mode, save it, name it, lock it. Right? If you got cable, put cable TV Warm, you know the deal. Alright? So now you have not just 6, but 12 picture modes. Alright? 12. Before I let you go, I'm going to go to this Xbox. So I already did it for the PS4 Pro and show you how I got this Xbox set up. Alright, we're going to Xbox. Real quick, alright, let's get into it. We're going to go up here. We're going to go to settings. Alright, let's get into the settings. Where we at? Where are we at? Settings. Alright. Boom. Gonna go to settings, TV and display options. Alright, resolution, I just got that set on 4K UHD. Make sure you got this set on 4K UHD. Just, you know, you should know this, but I mean you'll be amazed if people have this set on 1080p and don't have this set to 4K UHD. Alright, go over here to video modes. I got all this checked off. Alright, 2020 Vizio will have the auto low latency mode, but I already showed y'all to work around with that, and it will have variable refresh rates. Alright, this is not a 3D TV. Alright, but make sure all these are checked off. They should be by default, but make sure they're all checked off. The ones that you can check off, check them off. Alright, video fidelity and overscan. Alright, overrides, I have this set to auto. Alright, straight auto. Color depth, I got it on 10-bit, 30 bits, the one in the middle. Color space is set to standard. That's how I got it set up. Now you can go back and forth from PC, RGB range, and standard to see which one you feel like looks better, but I got mine set to standard. Alright, that's how I got it set up. So all the videos when you're watching me gaming, that's how I have it set up. Alright, so those are my settings, man. Like I said, man, I know it took a while for me to get this video to y'all, but I I put so much time and effort in that other video, right? That I was really trying to get that one out to y'all. But these are my pre-calibrated picture settings. And I understand that no TV is exactly the same as another one. All right, just because you got all my settings, right? You might still have to make little tweaks. All right, because your TV is not gonna look exactly the way mine looks, you know. But you'll be in the ballpark, and some of y'all's might look exactly how mine looks, but that's just how it goes, man. And even when I calibrate this TV, if you use my calibrated setting, understand that calibration is panel by panel, right? You can use my settings, but that doesn't mean you'll get the same results as me. But at least it'll get you in the ballpark. But that's why I made such a long 3-hour video to show you how to get these settings, to show you how to maximize what you get with the TV. And I will start dropping those videos. So no matter what TV you have, you'll know how to get the best settings. And when I get my 2020 Vizio, I will definitely go through it with y'all step by step. And y'all let me know in the comments which TV you want me to get. You want me to get the 2020 M8? You want me to get the P Series? I'm probably going to get the P Series Quantum X. I'm torn between the P Series Quantum X and the OLED. But either way, one of those I'm going to get, man. 'Cause everybody's telling me I should have got that Quantum X. A lot of people in the comment section like, you should have got it. But it was just too large for my needs. But this year, I'm going to go ahead and get that bad boy, P Series Quantum X. So anyway, man, that's the video. I'm going to leave y'all with a little montage of some before and after pictures of the calibrated setting that the TV comes with and my settings. All right, thanks for watching.